It's always there, this feeling of dissatisfaction, anxiety, and restlessness. Sometimes it's so intense I can't function properly in my daily life. It's there when I wake up, when I put on my clothes, when I look in the mirror, when I shower, when I go to school, when I go grocery shopping, when I'm with my family, when I hang out with my friends, when I'm at work, when I watch my favorite series. It's always there, even when I do something fun. That's the worst part. It haunts me the whole day, every day. I take it with me to bed. I look too feminine today. People will notice that I'm trans. My backpack shows every curve. I probably can't wear this shirt. Because of this. My t-shirt presses against my body. Everyone will notice I have feminine features. I act too girly. I laugh, but inside I want to feel manly enough. They all stare at me. I walk too feminine. Why isn't my voice deep enough to sound like a real man? When I laugh, I look like a girl. They all see that I have no penis. Is my chest flat enough? Why was I born like this?
Dysphoria, the definition, clear-cut definition, means an unsatisfaction with life. So you can imagine what that means, gender dysphoria, right? So my metaphor, or how I try to envision it for other people, explain it so that other people can envision it. So I want you to maybe close your eyes, and I'll walk you through this. So imagine that you're at a zoo, and you're in a cage, and you're on the other, you're in the cage. So you have those bars, like those stereotypical zoo, from like movie Madagascar and stuff like that. And you can hold on to the bars, and you can see your freedom outside. And the freedom that I see is being male, and being cis, and being able to walk seamlessly through life without any doubt to who you are, or having any doubt that other people see you as who you are.
Basically, one of the ways you know that you are trans. Not every trans person experiences dysphoria. It does not mean they are less trans than another person. It's just everybody has a different trans experience, and mine has a lot of dysphoria.
So for me, my teenage years were really strange because I always kind of knew that I was trans, but didn't really know how to communicate it. And I went through a lot of like denying it and like fighting against it, and then like having to manage how my parents felt about my gender versus how I felt about my gender, and then also dealing with my friends and like the already established person that they had come to know me as and come to accept me as. So I dealt with a lot of, you know, frustration within that. And one of the ways that I personally was able to deal with it, because to me dysphoria is one of those things where you can't, like, I mean, this is my perspective again. I feel like dysphoria is one of those things that never really truly 100% goes away. I think it's something that becomes more manageable and less invasive when it comes to your life. I think it will always be there to some degree, but you can manage it, you know. And for me, one of the ways that I helped myself when I was a teenager and I was kind of going through my odd phase of like presenting and dealing with how they were going to respond to it was I used to go all the time to Hollywood. And I talked about this before, but I would do this thing where I would leave my house dressed in very gender neutral clothing. And I would usually under that be wearing like a dress and maybe some leggings. And I would take my clothes off at the bus stop, put them under the bus stop, and go on the bus and go right into the city. And just being away from my family and being away from the people who knew me and having like this new situation where I was just walking around and just being able to be free and open, it was just really nice for me, and it helped me kind of deal with it a little bit, because I wasn't having to deal kind of with their preconceived notions. I wasn't having to deal with, you know, how I felt they were looking at me. These were all people I saw on the street were new people. They were different people. I would never probably ever see them ever again. So I had no obligation to be, you know, what they thought I should be. And that was just really freeing for me. That was just very, liberating for me.